Hey folks, Barney Watson, Remax on the Lake, coming to you from beautiful Lake Gaston. Just wanted to do a quick little video to give you some idea about a beautiful lake here. The lake is owned by Dominion Power. It was flooded in 1963. It was the Roanoke River that was originally flooded. The Roanoke River chain of lakes consists of Smith Mountain Lake and Lake Philpott and Carr Lake and Lake Gaston, and it's about 7 or 8 lakes on the Roanoke River that were flooded years ago for flood control and to generate electricity. But Lake Gaston again was flooded in 1963. To our west is Carr Lake Dam or Bugs Island Dam, and to the east is Lake Gaston Dam. And then there's another small lake, Roanoke Rapids Lake, further to the east. And then the Roanoke River goes on out to the Sound and eventually to the ocean. Lake Gaston again is 35 miles long. We got about 400 miles of shoreline, and you can see the map of the lake hanging on my wall over my right shoulder here. The shoreline is very irregular. You can see where the main lake goes and where a lot of the big creeks, we call them creeks, but they're very, very, very big creeks and contain a lot of water. The lake is 20,300 surface acres of water. Water quality is A1 according to the states of North Carolina and Virginia. Actually, Virginia Beach pulls about 2 million gallons per day of water from Lake Gaston, and that's what they drink in the Virginia Beach area. So it's very clean lake. There are no boating restrictions. We do have a couple no wake zones, but there's no horsepower restrictions. There's no length restrictions. No real restrictions on boating. The law enforcement is the wildlife commissions, the North Carolina Wildlife Commission and the Virginia Wildlife Commission. There are a couple counties that have sheriff's boats. The sheriff's department rather has boats. You don't see much of those. You see the wildlife officers out there keeping everybody in line, and they do a fantastic job. A lot of fish in the lake, a lot of big catfish, a lot of stripers, bass. We have a lot of bass tournaments on the lake just about every weekend from March through Thanksgiving, just about. A lot of panfish, crappie, brim, so forth, chain pickerel. You see a few of those. Walleye. I've caught a citation walleye years ago out of the lake. There, we do have some spots where it's good walleye fishing as well. But it's a very pristine lake. We kind of pride ourselves on taking care of the lake, and we like to see that continue. The LGA, the Lake Gaston Association, has Lake Cleanup Day at least once a year, where a lot of volunteers will go out and collect trash that kind of finds its way into the lake for whatever reasons. But the lake is very nice, very quiet. We are in a rural area. We're about halfway between Raleigh and Richmond. We're about an hour and a half each way. Richmond to the north, Raleigh to the south. Tidewater, Virginia Beach areas to the east. That's about 2 hours away. One of the most important things about owning property here on Lake Gaston is knowing what you own. Nobody owns waterfront property on Lake Gaston except Dominion Power. They own all the waterfront, and they have a set of rules and regulations that we have to go by. The top of the dam is 204 feet above sea level. The normal water level stays between 200 and 201 above sea level. So everything is done by elevation, not distance. A lot of people think they own, or Dominion Power owns 10 feet from the water line, and that's not the case at all. Again, everything is done by elevation. At the dam, it's 204 above sea level, and close to Carr Lake Dam, I believe it's 217 above sea level. So it does vary quite a bit. And I always recommend getting a survey. Dominion Power is very easy to work with. They do allow permanent structures on the lake, and that's one good thing about Lake Gaston. We do have a constant water level, which allows you to have structures on the water, such as a boathouse or a pier. Carr Lake, you can only have floating docks, or in some cases only a buoy permit where you tie your boat up to and you walk out in the water, and it could be 4 feet deep where you got to tie your boat up to, which a lot of people do not like. But Coral Lake does fluctuate. The water levels do fluctuate. I've seen it up and down 25 and 30 feet. When it drops down 20, 25, 30 feet, it's dangerous to be out on the water, the rocky points and stumps. When the water's high, 20 feet, 15, 20, 25 feet high, most of the roads are closed. So, Coral Lake is nice. It's 50,000 acres compared to 20,000 of Lake Gaston. It is a bigger impoundment. Shoreline tends to be muddy, kind of red clay. I always tell people it looks like chocolate milk all the time. Well, people tell me that rather. But Lake Gaston, we do not have the water fluctuations that Coral Lake has. And again, you can have a permanent boathouse or a pier. And Dominion Power does, again, have a set of rules and regulations. They're all written. They don't deviate from the written rules and regulations at all. You can have one structure per lot, and it's 1,250 square feet is the footprint. That'll give you plenty of room for a double boathouse or a single boathouse with a big, large deck. You can have a sunroof on top, a party deck, some people call it, or A-frame roof. It really doesn't matter. Dominion Power doesn't really care what kind of roof you have. It cannot be over 16 feet high. But again, they're very easy to work with. But that's kind of it in a nutshell. Lake Gaston is home to a lot of permanent residents. About half of the houses that you see on the lake are full-time residents. Most of those folks are retired. Big rental market, second home market. Again, half of the houses are permanent residents. The other half are rental investment properties or second home. So you see quite a bit of that. The lake is never really crowded. Even Memorial Day, Labor Day, it's not too bad. And that 4th of July, every resort and all the beaches and all the lakes everywhere around the country are swamped. But that's about the only time. So we got a very, very nice place. The market is great. We're at the 1st of April when I'm recording this video. Waterfront home sales were up about 30-some%. Overall market, waterfront and offshore homes, waterfront lots and offshore lots were up about almost 50%. It was like 49.6% for the first 3 months of this year as compared to the first 3 months of last year. And that's all agents all around the lake, not just Remax, not just me, which it was, but we're having a good year, and we're experiencing a good year, and we're going to be optimistic about the year too, as soon as we get the COVID-19 epidemic behind us, and I think that's hopefully it's the end of that is coming soon, and the economy is going to rebound, and I think it'll rebound strong. So we're very optimistic about that too. Anyway, if I can help you with property, either buying or selling around Lake Gaston, I'd be happy to do that. Again, Barney Watson with Remax. My website is lakegastonrealestate.com. Cell number is 252-532-3274. And again, be happy to help you any way I can. Encourage you to come to the area, visit our lake. You'll just fall in love with it. Very laid back atmosphere, family fun. We don't have a lot of commercial properties on the lake. We get very few commercial properties on the lake, actually. So, yeah, we don't have any big resorts. We don't have any big hotels. It's more family fun. Come and relax and enjoy the water sports, and enjoy your peace and quiet. But again, if I can help you, please let me know. Thanks. See you next time.